morning. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Kiara, your friendly neighborhood regional flight attendant, and today is Monday, January 13th. It is currently 11:22 a.m. I'm letting my car warm up a little bit before I head to the airport. Today starts technically it's a 5-day block for me. However, it's split into two. So I have a 3-day block so that starts today. And then I picked up a 2-day trip at the end of this 3-day block. And then you guys, I go on vacation. I'm so excited. I still haven't dropped where I'm going. I will probably drop it at the end of this video, so please be sure to follow along to find out where I'm going on my vacation this year. Well, one of my vacations this year. I'm really excited, never been there before, so I'm really excited to go. So today, I have just one leg. It is a flight from DC to Pensacola, Florida. I have never been to Pensacola, Florida, nor have I overnighted there. So I'm really excited to go. It's a little warmer there than it is up here, so also excited about that. I don't think I'm gonna do much. We'll see how I'm feeling when I get there. It'll be just before like 2 p.m. when we get there. So it's still early-ish enough to, if I want to go out somewhere. But I looked at the weather yesterday, and I believe it's supposed to rain in Pensacola, Florida. I'm sure it'll pass through. So we'll see when I get there what I end up doing. I know that I did get an email that we were assigned another LMS, which is our learning module. So I will probably go ahead and get that over and done with as well. So we'll just see. I did check the flight. It is completely full going to Pensacola, but I am happy that they're giving us a 900 to fly. So we'll have 2 bathrooms, hopefully, on this aircraft, because it's a pretty long flight. I think it's like 2 hours, 2.5 hours, or it's blocked at 2.5 hours, so it might be like a 2-hour flight. So we'll see. I am working with a flight attendant that I haven't worked with before, but hey, that's life. 9 times out of 10, I'm working with a flight attendant I haven't worked with before, and all is well. So, and then tomorrow, I allegedly just have 2 legs. So I will work a flight from Pensacola to Charlotte, and then deadhead from Charlotte to DC. And then as of right now, there's nothing else on my schedule. Crew scheduling could still assign me something, which they might. The only reason I don't think they'll definitely assign me something is because I picked up that 2-day trip. And it starts, my report time for that trip is very early. So they have to ensure that I get minimum rest for the trip that I do have coming up. So they may give me something else tomorrow, but as of right now, they don't have anything on the 15th for me. So we'll see. Don't you worry. I will definitely let you know if they change their minds and decide that I need to have more flying before my vacation. So I'm gonna go ahead and head to the airport, and I will check in with you guys when I get to the airport. I have made it to the employee lot, walking to the shuttle now. It's a little after 12, so I have just under an hour to get to my gate, and we'll get through security. Just under an hour to get through security and get to my gate, so I'm in no rush. Traffic wasn't too bad coming in today. And in happier news, the snow is melting. We have made it to Pensacola. Do a quick room tour. We love a good floor to ceiling. Well, not complete ceiling, but if I'd have stopped it right there, you'd have thought it was. Mirror though, it slides open, and this is the closet area here. And this door here is to the bathroom. Have the shower here. toilet mirror. There I am. Then there is I was about to say a sink. Lord bless it. A fridge. There's a Keurig in here. Won't be using that. And the star of the show. Microwave in the room. I did bring food, so that is going to come in handy. My bags in the way, per usual. Have a little dresser. Just one bed in here. TV. A little desk. Another mirror. And you know what's coming? Pow! Peace sign. Then we have these cute curtains, actually. Nice window. This pretty view. The sky. Let's show you guys the sky because y'all know I love a good sky. Y'all look at that. Just take it in. Just take it in. Because I know I will. So yes, and then have some artwork. There's a chair here. And yeah, so that is the room. I'm gonna go to the other mirror. See my bags again. One of these days I'm gonna trip over my bags. I just know it. All right, so we just had the one flight today. It was a pretty long one from DC to Pensacola, and it's pretty uneventful for the most part. We had a couple of little sassy passengers in the main cabin, but nothing too crazy. First class was they're pretty chill for the most part. I got to do my coffee and Bailey's tray again. I love doing it. It makes me so excited, especially when they take the coffee and the Bailey's. So I love that. Make me feel good. Last time we spoke, cruise scheduling. Since we've last spoken, cruise scheduling has done what cruise scheduling has done best, and they've added to my schedule. So, they didn't add anything today, so we just had the one leg today. Tomorrow, I still have the first flight from Pensacola to Charlotte, and then there is when we last spoke, there was just a deadhead from Charlotte to DC. There is now a Wilmington turn in between Charlotte, but in between when we arrived to Charlotte and my deadhead now. So we'll do Pensacola to Charlotte, Charlotte to Wilmington, Wilmington back to Charlotte, and then deadhead from Charlotte to DC, allegedly. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Man, I ain't too mad about it. They didn't add anything for the 15th, so all this is still just for tomorrow. And I'm still on short call for the 15th. So I'm hoping that they leave it that way. So we'll see. We'll see. I'm gonna go ahead and unpack, eat some food, and at some point I'm gonna do that LMS that I was telling you guys about. So I will check in with you guys a little later. Good morning. Last time I checked in with you guys was when I got here, and I ain't picked the phone back up since. I went to eat in the hotel last night, and it was good. The food was good. People were nice. Met some people, were talking down there, running my mouth. And then I came back up to the room and got ready for bed. I woke up this morning around 2:30-ish. It's now 4:03. I have a 4:20 van time, so I am finishing up packing up my stuff, and then I'm gonna head downstairs. Cruise scheduling hasn't changed anything as of yet, so we still have the Pensacola to Charlotte, the Wilmington turn out of Charlotte, and then the deadhead from Charlotte to DC. And then I sit short call tomorrow, as of right now, at 4:04 a.m. So we'll see if it stays that way. I'm just gonna go ahead and get my stuff together. I'm gonna be an aft girly today, so I'm excited. The first flight of the day, not full at all, and it's our only service flight of the day, so I'm cool with that. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish getting my stuff together so I can head downstairs. made it through security and onto the plane. Like I said, I'm gonna be aft early today. First flight of the day. 1 second, y'all. I got a crew mobile notification. Real time. We about to see what's going on. Cause deep breath, deep breath, deep breath. I don't even know what this means. Okay, so there's a notification on here. Now look, it looks like it's an old one. It's just saying the pairing that I had, the date it was assigned. And I don't know what all of that other stuff means, all these other letters. But anyway, we have about 10 minutes before boarding. We have so this is the Pensacola to Charlotte flight. Then we keep this aircraft. We're on a 900 again. And I believe this is the aircraft we had yesterday. And it's an Atmosphere. So then we're going to Charlotte. Then we have Charlotte to Wilmington. Wilmington back to Charlotte. And then deadhead from Charlotte to DC. So these are gonna be quick. This is the only service flight, and it's the smallest passenger load that we have. So that's great, because it's not a long flight. So it would have been not a rush service job, but definitely probably would have had the approach starting to play towards the end of completing service. But yeah, and there's nothing else added. As of right now, I sit short call tomorrow, but don't you worry, I will update you if or when inevitably that changes. So we'll go ahead and get ready to board these beautiful passengers on so that we can go. Oh, I clicked the notification. This is for what they originally gave me. And unless they putting that back on me, then I don't understand why I'm just now getting a notification. Crew mobile, screw mobile, crew scheduling, screw scheduling. But yeah. Charlotte on time. We got new pilots. One of the captain, I've flown with him multiple times, and he's absolutely a joy to fly with. Like his aura, his mannerisms, like he's a sweetheart. So happy to see him. We board in about 3 minutes, and it's not a full flight heading to Wilmington, North Carolina. It's a very quick flight. I think he says like 26 minutes, like literally up down. So gonna help my forward flight attendant with first class. It's coming back. It's not a completely full flight to come back to Charlotte, but it's going to be our largest passenger load, as I believe I've mentioned before. So yeah, the captain was very kind, and he swapped places with me for my bags, because we have a deadhead when we get back to Charlotte, and of course it's not in the gate that we're coming into, so we're gonna be rushing to get to our deadhead once we land. So I did appreciate him letting me move my stuff up so that I can try and I don't have to go as far with my bags when I get them off this aircraft. So we shall be there soon. I will hit you guys back up when we get to Wilmington. So we are now in Wilmington. We start boarding in probably about 5 minutes or so. It's now a completely full flight. There were 13 oversells, and so we have a completely full cabin, and we have a jump seater for the flight deck. So we're gonna be taking this full load back to Charlotte, and when we get to Charlotte, we're gonna have to scurry quickly to our deadhead, which is MB Gate. We will be flying into Echo. We need to be flying out. We are flying out of Bravo. So y'all I hope we make it. I hope we make it. Oh, but yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and just chill, get ready, and mentally prepare for a full cabin of people. So, made it to my deadhead, and to my not surprise, crew scheduling has added to my schedule. So I'm gonna deadhead to DC and then work a flight from DC to Rochester, overnight in Rochester, and then tomorrow work the flight in the morning back from Rochester to DC. Crew scheduling refuses to unhand me. Good morning. It is now 3:48 a.m. I have a 4 a.m. van time, and it's go home day. So as of right now, crew scheduling hasn't added anything to my schedule. So as of right now, I just have the Rochester to DC flight. And then hopefully they release me, because I picked up a 2-day trip that starts tomorrow. So I'll be coming back to Rochester tomorrow. And then after that 2-day, I start my vacation. So I'm very excited about that. I'm all packed up. I'm ready to go. It is freezing here. Like, it was cold when we landed. It's dark 30, so it's going to be cold when we go out there. So I'm going to finish bundling up before I leave out. I don't think I checked in with you guys when we got to Rochester. I didn't think I had stayed here before, but I have stayed here once before, and I recognized the hotel when we walked in. There was this guy playing the piano when we walked in, and it was beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I didn't record because it was a kind of like a live in the moment type thing for me, and I think the best way to describe it for me, if you've ever seen the movie Soul, when 22 was living in his body, and they were on the subway, and they hear the guy that's playing at the subway, the way that 22 was just like looking at the guy playing the music, listening to the music, that's the best way I could describe it. Like, he was playing it, and it was beautiful. He wasn't singing, but he's playing the piano, and my ears enjoyed it. So then after that, I went down to the hotel restaurant, and I just had a snack. I had some Brussels sprouts. Love my Brussels sprouts. And then came up and went to bed. And so that's pretty much all I did yesterday. The flight coming in yesterday wasn't too bad. It was our 5th flight of the day, including the deadhead. So I was a little drained, but I mustered up. I went to the reserves in my energy bank and mustered it up, and we got through. So this morning I'm going to be a Ford girly, and it's not a long flight at all. It took us, I think, like 45 minutes to get here from DC yesterday. So I'm expecting a short flight today, but we may have to de-ice. So of course there's quite a few people with connections. So hopefully it won't take that long if we do have to de-ice. And then hopefully crew scheduling releases me when I get back to DC. We'll see though. So I'm gonna go ahead and hurry up and finish bundling up so I can meet my crew downstairs. We have made it on the aircraft. We board in like 3 minutes, and we're gonna meet 4 girlies today. And hopefully still crew scheduling has not given me anything else other than Rochester to DC. So let's hope when I get to DC they unhand me. But we shall see. So I will check in with you guys when I get to DC. So, not released yet. Back in DC, and of course once we landed, they added a Birmingham turn onto my schedule. So, heading to Birmingham. We'll see if that's all I do. So I have made it on the aircraft. I'm gonna be an aft girly for this turn. We board in about 6 minutes. It's not a completely full flight going, and I don't think it is coming back, but we'll check that together a little later. I'm working with a flight attendant I haven't worked with before, but she's really sweet, really sweet. She's a line holder, and I love that for her. I love that for her because, as y'all can see, reserve life is something else. It's something else. Oh my goodness. So we are. It's not, like I said, it's not a completely full flight, so I had the back rows cleared, so I won't have anyone sitting, because this is where a passenger would sit. I didn't really have to turn the phone for you to see where I would sit. That's the lap door, jump seat, right there. Like, we'd be up close and personal. So when I get my personal space, I enjoy that. So we should be getting ready to board. We just have one pre-boarder, and nothing too crazy. And then we'll be on our way. It says it'd be like 2 hours to get there, light turbulence, so I should be able to get through service without any hiccups. So I will check in with you guys if I can when we get to Birmingham. If not, I'll check in again with you guys when we get back to DC. And hopefully when I get back to DC, I will be unhanded by crew scheduling. So we have made it to Birmingham, and I'm going to enjoy sitting while I can because we have a completely full birdie going back, and I'm just, my gasket is flabbered, okay? My gasket is flabbered because this is a longer flight, so I do cherish when we do have the back row open. So I enjoyed it coming here. It's gonna be quicker going back, like 30 minutes quicker going back, so that's good. But I'll keep busy. I'll probably run snacks twice because I have time. So yeah, it was a pretty smooth flight, and made it safely to Birmingham. Yes. And we're gonna make it safely back to DC. As of right now, let's check together, because I don't know, I checked it earlier, but crew scheduling, them things are slick. Ooh, the things slick. They will get me. Okay, it's refreshing. Okay, as of right now, 9:36 Birmingham time. They haven't added anything to my schedule, so I should just have the Birmingham to DC, and then I should be released. And then I have a 2-day that I picked up that starts tomorrow. So that's going to be a DC to Connecticut, Connecticut back to DC. Then I overnight in Rochester, so I'll be back in Rochester. I'm going to pack snow pants because it was snowing. It was freezing, and I don't like that for me. Then on Friday, I have Rochester to DC, DC to CMH. Oh my goodness, what is that? I can't remember. But then CMH back to DC, and I should be done. We have made it back to DC. As you can see, I am in my car, and there's a happiness about me, ain't there? That's because crew scheduling unhanded me. I am free to go. So I'm gonna go ahead, and I got a couple errands to run. Today is actually my goddaughter's birthday, so I am excited. I'm gonna go see her. She turned 3 today, y'all. She turned 3 today. And I need to get home and prepare for 2 trips. So one is a work trip, one is a personal trip. The work trip is just a 2-day. So I believe I mentioned it earlier in this vlog. I have a 2-day starting tomorrow. I'll probably pack my just my suitcase instead of all 3 bags. Well, I don't need all 3 bags. I just need to put what I need for just the overnight, so I don't have to carry anything on my back. And then I need to start getting ready for my vacation. And I will drop where I am going toward at the end of the video. So stay tuned for that, because that will be the next vlog as well. That'll be my first personal travel vlog. Now, I didn't use any of my benefits through this job for this trip. So I'm still gonna post about it, about my experience, but just know this is not a trip that I booked through my benefits, but it is a trip I could have booked through my benefits. And I'm sure I'll have a great time, so I'm sure I will be going back on my benefits. So go ahead, run a couple errands so that I can see my baby girl before I need to get home and start getting myself together and getting everything ready for vacation. So I will check in with you guys at some point, if not today, tomorrow before I head to the airport. I'll try to get some clips of our fun today. Good morning. It is currently January 16th. It is 4:17 a.m. I am all packed. I have a 2-day trip. This is a trip that I picked up, so I won't have to talk to crew scheduling. Yay me. I am letting my car warm up because it is currently 17 degrees outside. 17 degrees. And it snowed in. I'm going to Rochester tonight. Well, by this afternoon I'll be there. And it was snowing when I left there yesterday. So I hope that the snow has once stopped and warmed up just a little bit. It don't have to be too much. I gotta be realistic here. But yeah, the last time I checked in with you guys, I had made it back to the airport and I went and saw my goddaughter for her birthday. It was so much fun seeing her. That's my baby, that Gigi baby right there. So I am gonna let my car warm up for a little while because I have time. I don't have to report at the airport until 6:04. So I am not about to rush this process of warming up my car and warming up me. This overnight I have a schedule I am going to stick to with this overnight, because after tomorrow I leave out for my vacation that I've been talking about. I still need to pack, and there's some personal maintenance that I need to get taken care of. So some of that personal maintenance I am going to take care of on this overnight, and I'll show you guys. I'm going to get through it. It's oh my goodness, this is going to be the most intentional overnight I've probably had. So I can't wait to take you guys along with me on that. I'm gonna go ahead and relax, like I said, let my car warm up, and then head to the airport. Excuse me. And I will check in with you guys at the airport. We have made it onto the aircraft. We are a little delayed due to maintenance. I'm not exactly sure what's going on with the aircraft, but maintenance is currently on here trying to work it out so that we can make our way to Hartford, Connecticut. So that is our first leg. There's only 25 passengers on this flight. It's going to be smooth and easy. And then we have, I don't think it's a full flight coming back to DC. More passengers than who we're taking to Hartford, of course. And then we have our DC to Rochester. And when I checked all 3 of those flights last night, none of them were full. So we shall see. Oh, and as you can see, they're playing around with the lights, trying to make sure everything is working. So I've already done my pre-flights. I've wiped down the phone, my jump seat, the spray down the bathroom, and we're just waiting for the okay to go ahead and start boarding. Hello. We have made it back to Washington, D.C. So we had a quick turnaround in Hartford because we had a maintenance delay getting out of here. So we quickly loaded the passengers up to get them here, and we made it. But no one had to rush off. They were still able to make their connections, so I am happy about that. it was a pretty full flight. I think there was only 3 seats open, and that's only because one person didn't make it on the flight that had a seat. There was only going to be 2, but then there was 3 by the time we finished boarding. And it was a full flight. One of the passengers, I'm aft, and one of the passengers gave me non-stop thank points. So sweet of them. I love it when the passengers appreciate our hard work and our kindness. So that was really nice of them to hand that to me. And now we just have one more flight. We have a little under an hour before we head to Rochester, and then we'll be done for the day. I like when the flights are bam, bam, bam. I love when they're back to back, so we can get it in and get out. So I'm just gonna chill on the aircraft, because if I leave out, I will buy something. I think I have a couple snacks in here anyway to hold me over, and then I'll heat my food up when we get to Rochester. So I will check in with you guys when we get to Rochester. Hello. It is 1:27. We have made it to Rochester. As you can see, I'm in my room. I am gonna go ahead and eat first, and then depending on what time I finish eating, I'm gonna eat first, then I'm gonna go down to the gym, get a quick workout in, and then I'm going to shower and start getting myself together, because as I've mentioned quite a few times throughout this vlog, I am going on vacation starting on the 18th. So I'm going to wash and do my hair here so that I have time for everything that I need to do tomorrow, especially since it's snowing when we got here. So I know tomorrow morning we are going to have to de-ice. So that is something that definitely causes delays. Now, even though we were delayed leaving from our first flight because of maintenance. So we were just delayed for the first flight. We were delayed coming back from the second flight. So to Hartford, we were delayed. Getting back to DC, we were delayed. Although we were delayed, the people that were coming back to DC with connections, they were able to make their connections without an issue. But we left for Rochester on time because there was like an hour or so sit. By the time we got to DC, I think we had like 15 minutes to board once we got everybody, until we were going to board once we got everyone off the aircraft. So we flew in, it was not full. So the first 2 flights were very empty. That Hartford to DC was pretty full. They were pretty easy flights, all 3 of them, even the full flight. So hopefully tomorrow goes by just as smooth. I'll probably look and see what that passenger load looks like a little later today to see what to expect. But yeah, I'm excited. Like I said, let me go ahead and finish eating, and then I will check in with you guys when I'm heading to the gym. All right, I have eaten, and now I'm about to head down to the gym. I'm gonna do a really quick workout, and then I'm gonna come back to the room, shower, and start working on my hair. We'll wash my hair and then start working on it. So here we go. I have made it back to the room. Had a great quick gym workout. I was in there for maybe like 45 minutes and did cardio. Clap for me. So now I'm gonna go ahead and shower, wash my hair, and try this style in my hair that, I ain't never done this before, but I decided today I'm gonna try it. So yeah, let's see how this goes. All right, it is now 3:44, so I'm doing great on time, like how I said I wanted to be doing. I have gone to the gym. I've showered, washed my hair. Currently it's in a towel right now, but I do have the hooded dryer attachment piece I brought with me. So I'm gonna go ahead and do my hair now. I'm going to start by doing that LMS I've been saying I was going to do for the last few days. I'm actually do it now while my hair is drying because, yeah, the desire was there. The sense of urgency and the willpower was not. I mean, I still have time. It's not due till March, but I'd rather get it over and done with because March will sneak right on up on me. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this hair dried, and y'all gonna see the process of me trying to do this hairstyle, like I said, that I've never done before. It's relatively simple. It's 2-strand twists, but with added hair. So let's see how that goes. I can 2-strand twist my locks, no problem. It's the added hair part being a little extra. But we'll see how it goes, and we'll see how long it takes. I am finally finished with my hair. It took longer than I thought it was going to take. It is currently 8:54 p.m. Your girl is tired. I'm gonna curl the ends when I get home and dip the hair in hot water when I get home. But for the first time doing this, I'm not too upset with the results. They came out pretty good. Could have been a better? Of course. But I ain't gonna be too hard on myself. I like it. It came out pretty nice. And I can't wait to finish it when I get home. But I need to get to sleep. I need to rest. So I'm gonna go ahead and unwind and so I get a good amount of rest before tomorrow morning. So we have an early van time, 4 a.m. So I'm gonna go ahead and set these alarms so I don't oversleep because your girl is tired. So I will check in with you guys in the morning. Good morning, y'all. It's 3:48 a.m. I have a 4 a.m. van time, so I am packing my stuff up to head downstairs and meet my crew. Y'all, crew scheduling, oh, my apologies, screw scheduling strikes again. So this 2-day I picked up, and I like to pick up trips because I don't have to deal with crew scheduling. And so I woke up this morning and something just told me, just look at your flights. I go and look. They took me off the Columbus turn, which was going to end at 11:30, and put me on a New Orleans turn, which is going to end at 2 p.m. I called crew scheduling because I told them, I was like, I'm not on reserve. I don't understand why there was a change to my schedule. So the young lady, and she was very sweet, she goes and she checks, and she's like, because of delays, they took me off. Now, the New Orleans turn, when we get to DC, it leaves around the same time that the Columbus trip was going to leave. Why not get somebody, whoever you put on in place of me on the Columbus turn, why not put them on this New Orleans turn? Don't make any sense to it. So she asked, I was like, can you just swap whoever you put on that New Orleans turn, put me back on my Columbus and put them in New Orleans? So she go and check, and she was like, they won't change it. I said, oh, okay. So, y'all, I'm irritated. Even the rep that I was talking to said it doesn't make any sense. And it just took everything in me to not say nothing that crew scheduling does make sense. So, I called the on-call in-flight supervisor. Bless her heart, it sounded like I woke her up to ask about it, because I was under the impression unless we're in IROPS, there's no need to change a line holder's schedule. And like I said, I'm not a line holder, but I picked this trip up, so they treat us like a line holder. Just frustrated. So I allowed myself, because initially I was angry. I allowed myself to be angry. I realized I'm actually just disappointed in the changes that happened, because I made plans after work. It's cutting into the time that I had allotted myself to do things that I need to do to prepare for my vacation. So that's what it boils down to. I sound like I'm in a much better mood. That's because I allowed myself to have the feelings and I've let them go. I'm going to make the most of it, do this New Orleans turn, and then I'm going to dip. We're not playing these games right before my vacation. We're just not doing that. So let me go ahead and finish getting things together. I have 9 minutes to get downstairs. So I will check in with you guys at the airport. All right, so we have made it to the aircraft. I'm going to be a Ford girly today. I did reach out to my union rep about the situation just to get some clarity on it. If it is something that they can do, then okay. But if not, this needs to be nipped in the bud. So we board in about 3 minutes. It's not a full flight. We are going to have to de-ice. So hopefully those with a connection can make it. They should be able to, depending on how long it takes us to de-ice. But I am going to go ahead and continue getting ready and mentally prepare to do this New Orleans flight turn. If we have to de-ice, I probably will. I'm not running through nobody's airport. I will get to that gate when I get to that gate. But just mentally preparing for everything. So I'm gonna check in with you guys when we get to DC. Made it to DC and I am headed to my gate. I still have that God bless, New Orleans turn on my schedule. So I'm gonna do that. Haven't heard back from my union rep yet, but when I do, I will see what the verdict is. So I'll check in when I get on the aircraft. Alright, so I have made it to night flight. It's going to be a completely full bird today, and it's a meal service flight, so it's just going to be a long one. It'll be an after early for this one. So go ahead and get these passengers on so we can get them to New Orleans and I can get back and go about my business. So the flight attendant that was supposed to work this, she called out for this. Apparently they're doing a 2-day. I ain't doing a 2-day. I am going to be getting out here. So I will check in with you guys when I get to I'll check in when we get to New Orleans. We'll turn around quick and then come back to DC. Whew. So we have made it to New Orleans. Quickly turn around, make it back to DC so I can go. I spoke with the union rep and I'll update you guys when I get to DC on what they said. I have made it back to the airport. The shuttle driver, literally I'm running up as they're pulling off and he keeps going. I have a couple of choice words, but they're not kind words, so I'm going to keep them to myself. But yeah. Okay. But yeah, it wasn't too bad. Two completely full flights for the most part. I am released. I didn't call crew scheduling because, like I said, I picked this trip up and I saw that they had added the extension pay to my schedule. I'll talk more about that when I get to the car. But I'm here. I am gonna head to my appointment, but I'll check in with you guys when I get to the car. We'll decompress and then I'll let you guys know where I'm headed on my vacation. have made it back to my car. Yeah, I feel like this 2-day trip, or actually this whole 5-day block, my patience has been under attack. Like something serious. And definitely test of times. Definitely test of time is the best way to explain it. So let's recap. This was a 2-day trip that I picked up in open time. So this trip I was considered a line holder for. So the first day, everything was fine except for I think our first 2 flights were delayed. So our very first flight was delayed because of maintenance heading into Hartford. And then because of the delay coming into Hartford, we were delayed leaving out. But it wasn't too bad because passengers still were able to make it to their connection. So they planned their connecting flights properly. Then went from when we got back to DC, I think we had like a few minutes to wait. Then we went to Rochester. So that wasn't too bad. It was snowing when we got there, so cold. And then I was able to, you guys saw, I went to the gym. And then I went and did my hair. Well, not went and did my hair, but y'all saw the progression of me doing my hair. That was an adventure. As you can see, my hair is done. I'm still gonna curl the ends and stuff when I get home, and might try to touch up some of them to see if I can get them a little neater. But hair is done for the most part. And then this morning is when everything went to hell in a handbasket. It did and it didn't. So I originally today was supposed to be Rochester to DC, and then a Columbus turn, which had me back in DC at 11:30. So I was like, oh, that's perfect. I start my vacation tomorrow. I get here early enough. I could have gone home and like left my bags and stuff at home, changed my clothes, and got ready for my appointment. However, when I woke up this morning, I saw that my schedule had been changed in Crew scheduling went and took me off the Columbus turn and put me on a New Orleans turn. And that didn't have me getting back until, I think we got everyone off about like it's 2:09 now. It was about like 1:40 when we got to the gate and got everyone off. So, not pleased. I'm glad that I listened to my gut and I made my appointment at 3:30 because I knew that, I wasn't anticipating them changing my schedule. I was anticipating delays. But, so I called Crew Scheduling this was at like 2:30 in the morning. I called them. And I was like, I don't understand why my schedule was changed, considering I wasn't on reserve when I picked this trip up. So the lady, she was like, she doesn't understand why I was taking off my turn and then put on the New Orleans turn, and whoever wasn't on the New Orleans turn, they put them on whoever they put in my place on my Columbus turn. I was like, why not just put them on this New Orleans turn? I was like, it would have made a lot more sense than taking me off and then adding someone else on. And she was like, they won't change it. So I was irritated. I called the on-call supervisor. It sounded like I woke her up. And she was like, yeah, they can do that. I still wasn't satisfied with that answer. So I texted our union rep and I asked him about it. And he's like, technically, yes, they can. But because I picked the trip up and they're extending me, I get an extension pay for the time after I would have gotten off. So I was like, all right. So it was a meal service flight. I was aft early, so I took care of the main cabin, and thankfully we weren't delayed coming back. We even though we had to be de-iced, but they de-iced us at the gate, so we were able to get to New Orleans, board the passengers, and get back to DC relatively quickly. The first flight was completely full. There wasn't a seat open except for that flight deck jump seat. Then the second flight, I was able to clear one of the back rows so that we had a place to sit. So it was pretty chill. And then we got to DC, and as y'all can see, I'm in my car ready to go. I was very irritated as I'm running up to the shuttle bus. The shuttle bus driver drives off. I'm just like, bruh, I know you see me running, I see me running. It's not like I don't have my scarf and my badge out of my jacket so you can see that I am an employee. He just gonna toss his hands up like he ain't got no choice but just to keep moving. I was like, man. Thankfully there wasn't the next shuttle bus wasn't too far behind him, thankfully, because like I said, I'm trying to get to my appointment. So I text my esthetician this morning to let her know that I might be running late because of the changes to my schedule, but I should be able to get there on time. It'll be right on time. But yeah, y'all, this is group scheduling. When there's a will, there's a way. They could have called somebody sitting hot. They could have, because that flight didn't leave until, what time was that? Boarding was at 7:37. They could have got somebody off of 4 a.m. short call to do that turn, because they would have had at least 2-hour notification. And how do I know? They changed my schedule by 2:30 a.m. because that's when I saw it, and that's when I woke up. They could have notified, but they didn't want to. I'm not gonna say that they wanted to just piss me off, but that's what it felt like in the moment. I felt personally victimized. Like, I'm telling you, you gotta laugh to keep from crying. So I texted up one of my friends who's also a flight attendant. She was in my training class, and it just, we're gonna talk about it later when she gets to her overnight. I told her to call me because I am just, what the? I am just absolutely, I'm letting the negative energy go about how I felt about today, because it's time to drop where I'm headed, and none of this negative energy is going with me across the pond. So thank you so much for making it this far. Tomorrow morning I will be flying, me and my family will be flying to Dubai, and I am so excited for that. Like, you guys, I can't even explain. This will be our first time going to Dubai, and we're very, very excited. So it's going to be a long flight. It's 13 hours to get there, so a lot of sleeping shall be had. And so we leave tomorrow at 10:30, and we don't get it till tomorrow's the 18th. We don't get to Dubai until the 19th at 8:15 in the morning Dubai time. That's about, it's about 10:30, 11, I think it's like 11:15 p.m. here. So all day flying, but we're excited. We're very, very excited. So be on the lookout for that. My next vlog will be my trip to Dubai and my whole experience. So look out for that next week. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, live freely, love always, travel often. Bye.